Hey everyone. I know you guys hear me talk a lot about this time of year. It's springtime. It's April, like the middle of April. Um, Allergies are starting to kick up. I felt mine kicking up this morning. My throat started getting itchy. My little one, I've been giving him all of his nose spray and Zyrtec and everything. So it's that time of the year. And I talk a lot about how lymphatic drainage can be really great helping with the severity of your allergies and sinus infections and things like that. So I know not all of you can make it in here as often as you'd like. So I figured I'd do a couple little tutorials to help you, at home before you're going to work out. If you come home at night and you feel congested, just some stuff to help. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the massage part. A lot of times people will do lymphatic drainage of the face, but neglect the massage. And you have to do the massage part of the face in order to get the lymphatic fluid to move properly. If you do lymphatic drainage and you don't do a massage, is it going to still work? Sure. But if you want an effective way to treat your allergies and get your lymphatic fluid moving, you really have to incorporate massage as well. So in this video, I'll just go over regular superficial massage. In another video, I might do some buccal massage and show you some techniques that you could do inside your mouth to help reduce some of the tension in your cheeks and your jaw, even like around your nose and things like that. So first thing you want to remember with this face massage, you don't want to use any lotions or oils or anything. This is more going to be feeling around, trying to find out where you're holding tension, and just a gentle way to start loosening things up. Start checking in with your face and see throughout the day, like where you're holding tension. For me, it's always in my forehead. I feel it when I'm driving. I feel it when I'm thinking. I feel like I always have this like just very intense look across my forehead. So I know I hold tension in my forehead. But also, when you're doing face massage, I want you to notice how when you move certain parts of your face, your scalp is also moving as well. So it's important to do the face and the scalp. If you want to give yourself a nice little scalp massage before you get into the face, that's fine. Just wash your hands. You don't want to have your messing with your scalp and then getting into your face. So I'm not going to do a lot of scalp stuff today. I'm just going to go quickly through some things that you want to do when you're massaging your face. So always start with like 5 minutes of just calm breathing, kind of check into your face, see if you can feel where you're holding tension. If you want to pause this now and do your 5-minute check-in and then come back. So work on your deep breathing, belly breathing. Make sure when you're breathing in that your belly is expanding, and then when you're breathing out that it contracts. A lot of times I notice with clients, I tell them take a deep breath in and they go and they suck their stomach in, and all the breath is just coming right into the chest. You want to make sure you're taking the time, breathe in slowly in through your nose. You want to put your hands on your stomach just to help make sure that you're noticing that you're bringing your breath all the way in. As far as lymphatic drainage goes, you have a main lymphatic duct, your cisterna chyli, that sits right like below your sternum. And your diaphragm expanding and contracting is what helps to pump the fluid through that major duct. So you want to make sure you're allowing your diaphragm to expand, not just your lungs. You want your diaphragm to expand, your belly to expand, and then as you breathe out, you contract everything in, kind of like to push the air in. So hopefully that helps a little bit, but like I said, take 5 minutes, just work on your breathing, check into your face, see where you're holding tension, where you're where you notice that you may be little aches and pains, if you're like me and you hold it all in your head because you're too much in your head. But just check in. So enough about that. The next thing you want to do is you want to just start down in your chin, just feel around, just little fingers. You don't need to go crazy, just kind of check in, see how things are moving. You're looking for restrictions. You want to see how things move. And even just watching this video, I feel like my face looks like it's moving a lot more than it feels like it's moving. So again, same thing. You want to be able to, if you're up here, your eyebrow should be coming up a little bit. But I know I have some restrictions in here. So you just kind of want to feel around. And all you're going to be doing when you find an area of restriction, you just want to kind of do like a little pin and stretch. So say we're doing the eye and say you feel some tension. Well, just kind of pin it with your fingers, if you could see. And then just very gently with another finger, just kind of like pull it in the opposite direction. You can even go across. And just try to get everything loose and moving. Like over here, I can feel like really tight in here. So start with, like some little warm up, like, little circles, just to kind of like warm it up a little bit. And then once it's warm and you start feeling where those restrictions are, you can like dig in there with your fingers. You're not using your fingertips. You're kind of using more of like the little pad, but not down here pad. Like you want to kind of use like the tip of the pad and kind of get in there and work. So wherever you feel tension, you can even, one thing that I do, and you don't even notice sometimes, like if you go in and you pull the side of your nose. I know this is like super attractive. This whole thing is super attractive. So you pull the sides of your nose and breathe in, and then let go. Bring tissue up a little bit, and you'll notice like that a whole area just like opens up, and you can just breathe, and you can feel the air just kind of like coming in. So just feel, if you have tension around your nose, again, same thing. You just kind of come in and just separate the tissue. And you'll notice, like literally, as soon as you start going around your nose, you'll notice that like you can just breathe better. So between the nose and like the eyebrows, like all in here, if you're having trouble breathing, you just feel stuffy or congested. Again, see, there I go with my my forehead. You just want to make sure like you're bringing things the opposite of whatever you're normally doing. So if you're normally like this, you just want to open things up, just get in there. Same thing, cheeks, like usually like right around in this area here, like here's my ear, right in this area. Usually people hold a lot of tension if you grind your teeth at night, if you just clench a lot. You just want to give some love all in this area. And don't forget about your neck. Just go in. You can even just kind of hold your head like with this. I don't even know if I can show you. So if you're straight, you kind of just pin. And you could just like move your head around a little, kind of get in there. Open up that tissue in the neck. All of that's going to help prepare for when you start to do your lymphatic drainage. Because if the lymphatic drainage, yes, it should be light pressure. A lot of it's very superficial, but just because your lymphatic vessels are superficial doesn't mean that if the tissue around them is tight, that it doesn't interfere with the flow of your lymphatic fluid. So, it's just important to kind of get in, feel that tension in different areas, work with it. Some people have it down in the chin, above the lips is another area. But just go through the face before you do any lymphatic drainage. Make sure everything has a clear passage to flow. Another good thing, if you do suffer with allergies a lot and you run outside or you do any activities outside, if you're going to go for a walk, whatever, do this face massage. It's not like a massage, you got to do this and then you do this and then you do that. It's more of like an exploration of your face to see like where you're holding tension and just giving your body time to release it. And, it doesn't have to be a long, drawn out process. Just kind of like get in there and loosen it up. But you do want to spend some time when you do have the time. Like you want to do it at night before you do your skincare. Get in there, loosen things up a little bit, pay attention to your face, see if there's a difference in the morning when you do it versus at night when you do it. See if you notice that you hold tension in different areas, and again, throughout the day, notice where you're holding your tension. And then back to what I was saying before, do this before you go outside. When you come back in after your walk or your trip to the park or whatever you're doing outside, then you could do some lymphatic drainage. But if you're doing this before you're spending time outside, when you come in and you do the lymphatic drainage to help push everything out, everything will move a lot better and a lot faster if you already have this work done. So also, if you're out walking around and you're doing stuff, but your face is a little bit more relaxed, you're not gonna, all those allergens and all the gross stuff outside that you don't want getting stuck won't be as easily stuck because everything is moving. So your body will be able to flush stuff out a lot faster. And when you come home, you probably won't feel as crappy because things are moving. So hopefully this helps a little bit. Again, like I said, there's not a routine that I'm trying to teach you. I just want you to feel your face, because wherever one person is holding tension, the next person's holding it somewhere else. So do your face, and then it's really good to also do your head. Any areas where you feel restrictions, try to work that area in the head. Again, when you're doing your face, see like where in your head is moving or not moving when you're doing it. And then you might notice some areas on your scalp that are holding tension. If you're holding tension in the scalp, those areas on your face are not going to be able to release because you're still holding tension in the head. So that's why when I do like the Sculpt and Glow like face session, I work the face and I work the head. I do the inside of the mouth and I do lymphatic drainage. It's just important to do all of those because everything connects, even into the neck. If you notice that you have a lot of neck tension, which most of my massage clients come in neck tension, you're going to wind up having issues throughout the face and into the scalp as well. So just make sure you're not treating just one area. You can even get into like right below like your collarbone, all of this area and like the upper chest. Make sure that's all moving. Sorry, I don't know how that sounded with my microphone, but Because again, if you pin like right, if you find your collarbone, like can't really see my collarbone because everything just blends together on my skin, but like, so you find your collarbone, if you put your fingers right above your collarbone, don't dig in, just kind of rest them there, and then you stretch your neck, you can feel how tension here, or even, pin right here, like below your collarbone with your fingers, and move your neck. Move your head around. See, and you'll notice how tension throughout your chest can affect your neck, the skin on the neck. And if the skin on the neck is affected, then the skin on the face and the back of the neck and the scalp is also going to be affected. I know as massage therapists, we tell you all the time, everything is connected. It sounds very cliche, very overused, but it's very true. Everything is connected. So, if you're noticing that if you sit at a desk and you're rounded shoulders all day, as a massage therapist, rounded shoulders all day, because you're constantly, well, now the skin on the chest is going to be tight and contracted because your pecs are tight and contracted. So again, that's contracted. It's going to affect the neck, it's going to affect the face, affect the scalp. So hopefully that helps. Probably been like over 15 minutes this video, but I just wanted to kind of come on. I know I talk a lot about my services and things like that, but it's not just about my services. I want to be able to offer you some stuff you could do at home, things you could do even if you're not my client, just things you can do to help. Allergy and sinus season is rough. I guess I have a client coming in soon. So my next video will be lymphatic drainage of the face. There's other videos out there that show you lymphatic drainage of the face. Everybody kind of has their own little way of doing it, their own reason for the way they do it. So my way might be a little different than other people, might be similar, but I will go through lymphatic drainage of the face. That way you can watch this video and then you can go over to that video as well. And like I said, you don't have to do them together. If you want to just do your face before you're going out for a walk or going for a run or whatever, and then when you come home do the lymphatic drainage part, that's totally fine. But start to kind of check in with your face and see, how things are feeling. Just even in the videos I see my face is always, my forehead's always contracting. So yeah, just if you have questions about anything, you can always feel free to reach out to me. Hopefully you found this video informative and useful. So I think that's it. Again, if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, you can go over to my lymphatic drainage of the face and proceed with that. But don't forget, before you do anything, do your 5 minutes belly breathing, mindfulness, because especially if you're going to be doing lymphatic drainage, you want to make sure that cisterna chyli right in the middle, that main lymphatic duct, is able to pump all your lymphatic fluid and, kind of help get things moving for you. So that's it. I will see you soon. Have a great day.